The criteria for applying for a guarantor loan is first and foremost is that as the borrower you must have a guarantor involved in the application. But because there's both a borrower and a guarantor involved, they each come with their separate criteria. Although this varies from lender to lender, the general criteria is that the borrower must be over 18 years of age, a UK resident, employed with an income of £500 per month, have a working mobile phone, email address and debit account, and not have any current bankruptcy, IVA or CCJs. The criteria for the guarantor requires them to be a little older, and this just reflects the extra responsibility involved with being a guarantor. Because don't forget, if the main borrower defaults, the guarantor has to step in and repay on their behalf. They are also required to be a UK resident, have a minimum income of £500 per month, a working mobile phone, email address and debit accounts, no bankruptcy, IVAs or CCJs, a good credit history, and they must be tenants or homeowners. To look at this in a bit more depth, we explain that for the guarantor they are required to be a bit older because actually by the time they get to 25 they should have built up a bit of a credit history which the lender will then use to kind of assess the risk of them being a guarantor. Both parties are required to be UK residents, and this just means that they are easier to contact in case anything goes wrong. Both parties need to be employed, and this means receiving a regular income so that they can make monthly repayments. It also just adds a bit of security knowing that both are in employment and that they should actually be able to make the scheduled repayments. Both the borrower and guarantor may be required to show proof of their employment and salary through sending a payslip or bank statement to the lender. A mobile phone and email address are required because they are actually needed to verify the identity of the individuals and also so that they can be contacted at any time. You're expected to have a working debit account because this is where the funds are transferred to, and actually where the collections are made from as well. Lenders will not accept credit cards, and only in extreme cases will they accept payments by cheque or cash. One of the most important factors is a good credit history. Now, for the borrower, it is expected that they will have a less than perfect credit score, or no credit score at all. But for the guarantor, it is great if that they have a history of making payments for other loans and credit cards on time. Hence they'll have a good credit history, and for the lenders this is a big trust factor. Those not eligible to apply include those who are unemployed, on benefits, earning less than £500 per month, those without a guarantor, live outside the UK or have serious debt issues. Naturally the criteria will depend on the lender you choose. For instance, some lenders only accept guarantors that are homeowners. So for this type of query and others, you can read about the individual lenders on our website or simply contact them directly.